age and current occupation?
My name is Chris Oken. My current age is 27, and my current occupation is a cook.
I'm Alex Oyumade. I'm 24, and I'm currently a student for CNA.
Tell us about your earliest childhood memory.
I guess the one that I remember the most is when I was a little boy. I had my parents were being arrested, and so I just remember having to go through all of that and just try and deal with that as a little kid, and that's my most vivid early memory.
How old were you when that happened?
Gosh,
Do you
I had to
think?
be maybe 6 or 7, 5, 6 or 7.
Six
Something in there. I'm thinking more like 6 and 7.
When you being in that tough situation, it's kind of hard to actually look outside the box like it's ever going to end. But what was your dream back then?
To have a family of my own. That's all I wanted, was a family that cared for me, and I wanted to be with my brothers and sisters, but they were already adopted, so I was the only one left to be adopted.
What's your earliest childhood memory?
That's hard. The earliest I can remember is every Friday. I used to go to private school in Chicago, and every Friday our bus driver would bring us those, I don't know, how do you explain, like they're the strawberry ice creams with the cream in the middle. And she used to hand them out every time that she dropped us off at home, and I was so excited. So, I was always so happy to get one. Like, thank you! Oh my God!
You know, growing up in that kind of environment, it just made me realize that the world is not as pretty as it could be. And then, you know, growing up, I was always, you know, kind of seeing the negative of everything, but I had a positive outlook for, you know, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to have a family. And then once I did have a family, it was a very beautiful place, you know. And I almost forgot how negative it was later on in my teenage years. My young adult life is when, you know, I started to feel the pain again of the world and how cruel it can be if you let it.
Growing up, what was the the hardest thing that you can remember going through? Like, you know, you thought, like, there's no way I'm gonna get over this or get through this.
That time that Chris and I were homeless, that was literally the hardest time that I've ever had to experience, and I did not, it's not that I didn't think that we were going to get out of it, it was just right then and there in that position that we were in, I didn't see any way out. Like, we were both working 4 jobs between us, and we still didn't have a place to live. Like,
Yeah.
it was just, I felt like it was only going to get harder from here.
Main reason Matt and I really want to interview you is because he labeled you guys, or well, not labeled, but called you guys a power couple because of the situation about being homeless to being able to have your own place and have a kid. Can you tell us about the struggles from the living out of your car, working, to this little one on the floor here?
Can I honestly tell you that living in that car, it wasn't hard because Chris made it fantastic for us. Like, I would not have been able to do it by myself. Quite honest, putting that out there. If Chris wasn't there, and if Chris didn't do the things that he did, because when we got kicked out of that, not kicked out, we just, 7 people living in a 2-bedroom place, we couldn't live there anymore. You know, end of story. And I was in just a gray area in that point of time in my life. And I was like, I don't see how we're going to get out of here. And Chris did the most at that point. Like, we were living out of the back of your, how old was that truck?
93 Chevy Cheyenne. I miss that truck so much.
He ended up putting a twin bed in the back with 2 coolers. We had some plants in there, and he put some stars and some lights on the top of it for me. And he just decked it out so we could live in the back of the truck. And literally, that is what made everything so much better.
Okay.
Like, so much, 100% better.
And see, like, the reason why I call you guys a power couple, you know, is because, like, I've literally seen you guys grow, you know, like, Like it's amazing to see what you guys have accomplished. I mean, if you think about it, we've only known each other for like 3 years, you know. But what you guys have accomplished in 3 years, you know, like some people just don't even have what it takes to keep going forward. Like a lot of people give up and just, okay, well, I'm gonna just stay good with this, you know. So what was it, like the fact that you guys were together that you guys pushed so hard to go forward, or like was it just one person that was like, come on, let's go?
No, you know, without Alex straightening me out, I would totally be back in jail, or I would just be on the streets living in my truck with no gas and on the side of Mount Hermon. I've been there. I've done that. It's been cold and it's been miserable. You know, you're always hungry. No, you know, without her pushing me to keep doing better, I would have definitely just sank back into the same old routine, you know. But I guess for her, I just had some wherewithal about how to deal with situation.
No, like, it's funny because I really feel like it was definitely him dragging me by my hair and teeth. Like, we gotta get out of this situation. Because we were both, he worked evenings at Cynthia's, I worked days at Cynthia's. Then after that, I'd go to Arby's from 4 to close, and he'd go to Village Inn. And that's how we worked it all the time. Like, and what? I think I had already told you, we were just waiting for Brian to get off of work at McDonald's one day when this guy, like, it's 3 a.m. and this guy walks up to us from the hotel behind McDonald's. And he has a Bible in his hand, and he said that God woke him up that morning, and he doesn't wake him up for nothing. So obviously we were the 2 people that he needed to be talking to. And we sat there and we talked to him for a good minute, and he's like, you know, me and God talk on a regular basis, and he doesn't bullshit with me. You guys are going to be just fine. You guys are going to be alright. Everything's going to work out for you. And it was that week that Chris found this place.
Now that you're, you see that you have the family and everything else, you could say one of your dreams accomplished, but what are you developing? Because, I mean, as humans, we're always looking for the next bar, and we're always pushing ourselves. Well,
Right.
most of us.
Right.
And some of us just give up.
Right.
But during the darker times, now you have these guys to keep pushing you. And
Right.
this goes for Alex as well. What's your guys' next plan?
Go ahead. What's
We
our
set
next
up-
plan?
We set up a 5-year and a 10-year plan. You know, we have goals we want to accomplish, and you know, going back to the family part too, it's still a work in progress. You know, it's never gonna stop. I feel like if I do feel like it's reached its goal, then I have come short of
Come
mine.
on.
You know, you always want to be better and do better. So I always want to, strive to do better, especially for him, and make her happy. So it would make me happy. So that's
It's
a
really just
never-ending game.
finishing school and buying a house. Really, that's where we're at
Starting
right now.
on a solid
Yeah.
career.
Like, breaking it down into simple terms, that's literally our 5-year plan, is both of us finishing school and being able to buy our own house so we can have a bigger family.
With your current situation and looking back upon those memories, is there anything you personally want to put out into the universe that someone might be able to learn from?
The one thing that I think that I did very well on is I would take the hits and just keep going. You know, I'd be set back and I'd get down on myself, but I'd still I could still see a better outcome. And so if you just kind of put yourself in a place where you're like, well, there's going to be a silver lining, there's going to be something better, it sucks now. You know, just try and
Perseverance.
look on the bright side because it's there. You just gotta change your mind frame to it.
If you wanted to put anything out in the universe for a message to anyone that's out there, what would it be?
Take your time. Like, things don't come quickly. Like, we started from the bottom and we're only halfway there. So, just take your time and don't be so hard on yourself.